guys, this is the ASMRMedic. I hope you're well. We've returned home from the end city, the end, and I was originally intending to go get some gear and head straight back, but I don't think I'm going to do that because it's a bit of a journey and I don't have too much time to play today. So the idea of sort of travelling roughly 6,000 blocks to Fro and perhaps even dying again isn't too appealing to me, so we might leave that to maybe tomorrow, day after, something like that. So I do need some gear though. It's maybe just the idea of heading straight back that's not ideal for me. So we're gonna have a quick look what we have, and like I said, I can't really remember. I want to have a little chat with you guys while we completed some tasks. So we have actually got quite a lot of different types of swords. Got unbreaking, sweeping edge. Let's use this one. Maybe we could combine that with something at some other point, but maybe not now. If a fortune 1 pickaxe is not brilliant. We already have these. What am I missing? Oh, it is the pickaxe I'm missing. I feel like I have a pickaxe somewhere. I've got an unenchanted diamond plate. We've got plenty of diamonds, to be fair. We haven't. Oh, so we have this efficiency 3, fortune 2. Could be worth sticking that on this one, maybe. I don't know. I want to do it. Whoa, we have no armour, do we really at all? Where was that again? Was that in here? I guess we can just use unenchanted. Kind of going back to basics somewhat, isn't it? And I can't even remember where I put all the... we actually might have quite a lot of stuff over here. Whether or not they're tools, though. I know I've got a tool. I think I've got a decent pickaxe hanging around in the enchantment area. Because I lost both of my pickaxes in the end. My silk touch and my just efficient mending one. I lost all my mending things. Yeah, I've got... that's a bit... Well, we can combine the other two. There's 2 fortune and put the fortune 2 in this one, which would give it fortune 3. I wanted to build a wall. I don't know why it appeals to me. I wanted to kind of make this area a bit more fort-like. There's currently no defences for this area. Not that it's likely to be attacked by any sort of outside power. But I like walls. I like the defence that the walls give to an area and the sort of idea of law that they bring. Let's get rid of these. We don't need those anymore, do we? There's a chicken down here. There's chickens everywhere around there. But yeah, I like this area. I mean, there should probably be a wall around here. Some sort of dividing area between the outside and we'll just get rid of those trees as well. All these sort of farmable trees. I don't really know how to do a wall. I don't think I've ever done a proper wall. I've done a couple of them on different saves here and there. And maybe some better roads. Not necessarily better roads, but more extensive roads. Because we have one small one that extends from down in our original sand area over here. I don't know, it just doesn't seem particularly extensive. This could come all the way down. We can think about that. Maybe let's just map something out now. Yeah, we're going to have to get rid of our torches if we want to do that, aren't we? Yeah, let's stick those in. And I know that I've got... Yeah, you can't do that on those ones, can you? I know I've got quite a bit of stone. Be disappointed if I don't now that I've said that. But I think I do have quite a bit of stone hanging around somewhere. So this one can come along like that. This shouldn't really be an area that you can walk. Unless I made it an area you can walk, yeah. I just want to give this area a bit more life. Because I was doing that tour around. I don't know if you saw it. I did the kind of cinematic tour. I plan to turn that into a talking version as well, which might gain a bit more interest. But yeah. Oh god, I keep doing that, don't I? Yeah, I kind of had the feeling that I didn't have much to show, and I thought, well, that's a bit odd because I've had so much time playing on this. But I guess it's because I've spent a lot of time on certain projects or playing in a certain way, not particularly efficiently, which is fine. So yeah, the end busting. Not sure when am I going to get around to that. I have to say, it doesn't really appeal to me right now. I found the end city. Spoke to a friend of mine who told me that is not every end city does not spawn one of the boats, one of the end ships or whatever you want to call it, that have the elytras. So we got pretty lucky with that. I guess we could have just maybe risked it and gone and grabbed the elytra, but I don't think it's too big of an issue. I mean, that was the entire reason we went to the end, but we will get around to it, of course, at some point. And by at some point, I mean probably either next episode or the one after, because I do want one. It really is just the idea of travelling that far again that fills me with a bit of dread. So yeah, that's not going to happen. Not going to happen anytime this episode for sure. I don't remember the stronghold being quite so far away. I mean, it really is. I know I said it didn't take too long, but it's a journey. Let's say that it takes a good 15-20 minutes, especially if you end up getting stuck at night and stuff like that. I mean, that makes it a whole heap of an issue. Let's jump onto this. This tree's gone a little bit gnarled, but we've got to get rid of it, haven't we? Kind of goes all the way up here as well. Yeah, so I had an idea. I know it might be a bit out of the way at the moment, so it's not really hugely relevant right now. But obviously the 1.16 snapshot is out. Different snapshots. I don't really have any intention to play the snapshot. Don't really see the point, to be honest, because I didn't spend much time in the Nether anyway, and that's where most of the updates have occurred. Not really sure what I would do for it anyway. But what I was thinking was, given that there's been such a big gap between the first episode of this series and is that done? Am I missing a block somewhere? I always do seem to miss a block, like a fool. Did I see some blocks disappearing? Yeah, it's done. There we go, lovely. Well, this one as well, actually. I was wondering if you guys wanted me to start a new series when that snapshot eventually comes around. I mean, this could be months away, so it's not hugely relevant right now, but it's something to think about. This one's gone on for a while. We've not achieved a huge amount, let's be honest. The only real thing that I'm particularly proud of, actually, well, there's two, because I do like the library as well, but I mean, it took me ages and I'm still not hugely impressed by it. The coop is my favourite thing by an absolute mile. That goes without saying, I think. And I think it's not really had much love recently, has it? If you guys do want me to name a chicken after you, let me know. I think there's a couple of people that asked, way back, I'm talking about a month and a half ago or so, when I was still making kind of regular content on it. Maybe even about 2 or 3 months ago, actually. But I can't find the comments. I did have a look. I mean, I only had a brief look, and then didn't have enough time to kind of trawl through loads and loads of comments over the past few months. But if you do particularly want me to name a chicken after you, if I haven't already, let me know, and I'll go back in, and it might give me a bit of motivation actually to go to do some more chicken stuff, because I think that was such a fun thing for us to do at the time. Give a bit more life to the world again, I guess. I think that's most of these. There's one more here, but I'm not taking that one right now. It's well out of the way anyway. So that's fine. We could maybe... I quite like this little body of water. It's a bit weird it being just one deep. It's like a sort of stagnant pond, isn't it? May get rid of it eventually, but I want to think of where I can start laying out my wall. So I've got a bunch of wood here. I've actually still got all my loot from these 3 buried treasures that I found on the way to the end on my original journey. I've got a massive sugarcane field here. Just thinking, where would be the best place? I'll tell you what, the best way to find the area to put a wall would probably be to use an elytra, but alas, I do not have one, so that's sad. Right, where can we start our wall? I might start getting rid of some of these trees, because if these are going to be sort of the inside of the wall. We don't really want random trees around. We can always replant these, obviously. I just want to see where things are. After playing some modded Minecraft, I played a bit of oh, let me show you this. I almost forgot about this entirely. It's weird, I've not seen that before. I was playing around. I actually quite like the design I did for it. I put this up probably about a week ago. Failed video attempt. I was trying to play around with the replay mod. Not got it to work on this, but I was playing around with the idea of things like that, where you have a second account. So I made this sort of a LAN server, logged in a second one of my accounts, and tried to do a time lapse. It's just such a pain in the backside. They take so long as well. So I thought, if I'm going to do a time lapse, maybe I'll just do a sort of first person time lapse like this. But then I don't really know what the sort of relaxing value of that is, because you're constantly jerking around doing time lapses, aren't you? Obviously, just because of the nature of it. But we have got lots of stuff here. That's what I know. Oh, I thought we had a whole chest of smooth stone. Oh, we've got some here. Not hardly a whole chest. I've obviously expanded that in my mind somewhat. Alright, that's fine. We've got quite a significant amount of loggage, so we can use this. This is fine. I wanted a bit of dirt as well. First of all, it's probably useful for us to use. I don't want this to, it doesn't need to be a really fancy. Let's get rid of some of these things. It doesn't need to be a really fancy wall. I don't need it to be some sort of one of these huge kind of old city walls that strike fear into any of those people who are trying to attack it. How do you do this? How do you trying to move them all in one go? I don't actually know what the command is for that, if anyone knows. Let's pop all this stuff in here. I'm actually going to put on my diamond armour. That might be useful. These spruce saplings, buried treasure. Why did I... Oh, I didn't know. I was thinking, why did I pick them up? But I didn't actually have them in my inventory. Doit. Okay. Let's pop all this in there as well. Obviously, don't want these or these. Right. Let's get some cobble out. We're going to use cobble to map out where we want it to go, and we're literally just going to put it down in lines and then kind of figure out what sort of design we want. We need a little bit of space for the design. It really is going to be simple though, so I'm not thinking, usually I have an idea that's going to be sort of a 5 wide structure with all the sort of markings and indentations and 3D aspects to it. We're not going to mess around with that, I don't think. Not because I don't want to, but just I don't even think it would fit. I mean, how would that make sense? You have such a nice library, I suppose. Maybe that would be grand enough to warrant a big wall. But everything else is so rudimentary. That's literally the only expensive-ish looking structure in the area. Is there a bed over here? Shouldn't matter because, we have loads of wool. So let's take some black wool and go make a bed for ourselves quickly. We can sleep through the night and start working on the idea for the wall. But this is quite a nice big flat area. I'd quite like this to be inside the wall, so maybe the wall can start over here and we can kind of cut through the landscape maybe. That could be quite fun actually. That's a fun idea. So yeah, if you guys... stone bed, that would be particularly comfortable. If you guys have any ideas regarding 1.16, let me know if I should start one. There's no reason not to, I suppose, other than having to restart my world. But to be honest, I think it's not a particularly big issue for me. It's just whether or not you guys have any particular preference. I think because there's been such a long gap between episode 30, which was kind of the last of sort of like a season 1, maybe I can call this season 2. That's what I did with something else before. I can't remember what series I did that with. Oh, it was RuneScape. That was it. I had a big break, and I said, okay, well, we'll call this season 2, and I guess maybe that'd be a good idea considering. I can't believe all the chickens have made their way out here. It's hilarious. Yeah, I guess maybe calling it season 2 would be a good idea, considering the big break we had, and because I just think you're much less likely to click on and to watch a video if it's sort of seemingly halfway through a series, and because there's such a lull between episode 30 and 31, and then a big one between 31 and 32. I just think that we've lost a lot of people that would have been watching along. Maybe we save season 2 or something. I don't know. I'm not really too bothered really. We'll see. So I'm thinking, can we cut through the land, or would that just look really weird? I'm just gonna do it. Usually I really overthink these things, but you know what? For this wall, I'm just gonna have a bit of fun. So let's start the wall maybe like here. And we want to give it a bit of shape. We don't want just like a big slab. We can start it with a bit of a slab actually. And we can, let's keep it coming out of this. And then we can kind of cut it inside a bit. We want you inside the wall. And then we can come inside more. I want it to all be level. I want it to be like a genuinely quite level wall. So let's now cut this out. Let's see how far we get with this before we're going to hit a rock at some point. But I'm thinking if we do this, it will kind of create a sheer wall. Luckily it's all dirt. And this sheer wall can have a bit of a wall on top of it. And it could actually provide its own natural kind of protection, if you know what I mean. Let's take all this away, and we can put the wall in. And I think it actually looked pretty good. I heard so many zombies there. I'm starting to think there's a zombie spawn around here. I'm not going to go digging around for it though. I am absolutely convinced that we found a skeleton spawner here at some point. There you go. Can you hear those? Let's fill this in a tiny bit. It's like the rain. The only problem I have with the rain is that it actually kind of screws with the recording a little bit. So I don't know if I'm actually going to edit this out or not. I probably won't this time. We'll see how it looks on the video. Okay. Actually, yeah. We can't have the wall going over water. Let's just fill this all in. There we go. Fill in this bit as well. I quite enjoyed the idea of making a wall. Something super, super simple. It involves absolutely no creative thinking, really, other than where to put it, I suppose. That's a bit of a stretch calling that creative thinking. Is it nighttime or is it just dark because of the storm? I think it might be because of the storm. So let's bring this all the way along. So this is going to be a sheer wall. Two more, and then we can start to bring it like that. I think actually it might be better if we go out the other way. We come in one rather than out. Yeah, that would make more sense, wouldn't it? We'll keep the minimum of 3. Maybe we could do another one here. Would be useful if we had an elytra, wouldn't it? Maybe we can cut out a big amount of this. See, the sheep are on that level. I mean, we don't. Nothing. Everything just elevation, if that makes any sense. Alright. No, let's not do that. Let's go with another 3. Then maybe another one. I guess we could bring it around. Or should we just cut all this out and then have some sort of elevation thing? I mean, I'm kind of scared to cut so deeply into the landscape, but I mean, who cares, right? Who cares? Let's live a little. Let's start digging. I feel like we're going to get through a couple of shovels doing this. What is this? Oh, this is still my mending one, of course. Yeah, I didn't lose my shovel. I smartly didn't bring that with me into the end. I thought I could just bring it anyway. I'm not likely to die by jumping in the nether, by jumping into the void, but then end up basically throwing myself into the void twice. I still can't believe that's what I did. Right, actually this is actually working out a little bit easier. I thought there'd be stone in the middle of this and making my life a bit difficult, but it has not. So let's get rid of all this. I don't think I've ever been around this side. Shows how little I've actually explored the surrounding area. I've done a little bit of exploring going out sort of west, I think, but not this way. In fact, me looking for the end was probably the most sort of running around far away from my base that I've done in a long time, if at all, really. It's a good excuse to kind of have a look, see what's out there. And I did find some interesting biomes, not gonna lie. Let's get rid of this floating tree. Let's pop those in. Terraforming's never been my strong suit, so if we can try and avoid that at all costs, that would be pretty good. There we go, cut this all out. I'm trying to cut out vaguely to the shape that I would put in the wall, but it is a bit difficult as this shovel does just kind of destroy about 5 blocks at a time. Right, and then let's just take this all the way back like that. We were in the process of filling this in, weren't we? I guess we can leave a little bit over there. Or is there any point? Nope, let's fill it all in. Yeah, so I had those 2 modded saves going. I know a couple of people were enjoying those. Not sure I'm going to do much more of them though, actually. The main reason being, actually let's get rid of these, is that I was playing those with my friend, Sevtech, who me and him have now started a new save. I mean, that's a bit not necessarily true. A new game actually. I don't know if you've heard of it, Factorio. Did actually put 1 episode of that up. We ended up starting a new save on Factorio, so I kind of stopped that as well. But it is incredibly fun. If you've not played it, I really do recommend that you give it a go. Actually, is that going to look good? Let's get rid of this. Let's go like that. So then we have a 2. And then actually this is going to mess it up a little bit, isn't it? But that's fine. The whole point is that it's meant to look like it's been put up kind of rudimentarily anyway. Yeah, I do recommend playing Factorio though. I actually bought another game at the same time. I think there was like a bundle deal. Or maybe I'm making that up in my head. I bought City Skylines as well. So if that's something that you enjoy, let me know, because I actually really fancy playing it. I might actually start playing it. So yeah, let me know about that. If you know quite a bit of like streaming content on it. Just not even really true. I've mainly watched like funny compilations of people playing City Skylines. If you know who Shin is from, what are they called? Zephos and those guys and Honeydew. I can't remember actually what the name of their channel is. One of them's called Blue Zephos anyway. Yeah, he was a member of that group. He's now left them, I believe, and he's kind of got his own streaming thing, and he reacts quite funnily to certain situations. So I've watched some of his City Skyline stuff, and it seems like a pretty fun, chill game. Might be worth giving that one a go. If you would like to see that, let me know. I'm thinking the wall will surround this water thing. We will likely end up filling this water thing in because it's so flat. Makes a nice big amount of sort of area for development, I suppose. It'd be a shame not to use it. I think we'll definitely fill that in. Actually, I think yes, no, we're 100% going to fill that in now. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, because that would actually give a lot of area to sort of expand into and build our little town or city, whatever it's going to end up developing into. So the wall can kind of come across here and do the exact same thing, kind of making a sheer wall boundary. I'm just trying to get some of these trees out that I think are going to be in the way. If I got full inventory again, let's get rid of these. Get rid of the spruce, birch. I hate these trees. It's such a horrible bark on them. Okay, let's start bringing it across. I think I'm going to leave another wall. That part of the wall's going to keep going, and we're going to have this wall kind of sprout off of this one, like so. I'm just going to keep it at the same level for now. See, now this tree's in the way. Let's bring it out again, see if we can avoid the tree. Let's go 3. We've actually managed to hit the tree directly. Whatever, we'll take it down at another time. I'm not going to do it now. Actually, that doesn't look too involved. Maybe we can. No, we can't reach that. So let's bring this out to a 3rd, like that. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, yeah, 1, 2, 3. We'll keep that one high, but then we'll just go back down to 1 block. Actually, can we reach that now? Maybe not quite still. Is that all the blocks? That'd be lucky, wouldn't it? Yeah, it looks like it is. Good for us. Well done, us. Okay. Let's continue. I should have kept this to relatively odd numbers, but I've not. We can always alter the wall later. So that's 7 and 9. Actually, I'm trying to stay towards the water, but that water is just going to become normal. It's just going to become flat area, so we can move this across a bit. Let's do 3 in a kind of diagonal, and then do another 3 like this, and then another 3. May as well bring that up, and then we can do 3, 3. We can make it a 5 actually. We do another 5. Wow, look at all these spruce saplings. And let's now, because it's actually a natural kind of barrier here, let's do a nice big wall here. What have we got here then? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 13. Let's get rid of this. We don't want that here. Let's bring this 3, 5, 7. Because obviously this is not really traversable, is it? Let's fill this in. We can get rid of the gravel at some other point. This could become like a big kind of road, if you know what I mean. Yeah. This could be quite cool. Now, I remember I planted absolutely tons of trees here, to the point where that is going to have to become almost an entire job on its own, getting rid of these trees. Actually, there's not too many. Might have over-exaggerated slightly. I don't have feather falling. Keep forgetting. I need to sort this out, don't I? Get my enchantments back. Let's get rid of some of this. Let's get rid of this tree. I think this might be enough for today, actually. Might continue a little bit of camera. Maybe I'll fill this in myself. Or is that the sort of boring, laborious thing that you guys want to see? I'm not sure. We're actually collecting quite a lot of wood from this little job we're doing. Night time again. To run back to my bed. I didn't bring it with me. Probably closer just to go up here, though, isn't it? But to be honest, I might just do it for today anyway. Otherwise, the video will be too long. I will continue with the wall. Probably a little bit off camera. See how I get along with that. Where I can sort of put it. But this has been fun, actually. I know it looks boring, but this is the sort of thing that I quite enjoy, actually. We'll go sleep in our bed. That's in the coop. We're in room 7, I believe, aren't we? Room 7 or room 5? Oh, room 8. Oh. Who are these guys? Oh, William 3 and those guys. I thought I had a bed in here somewhere. Perhaps not. Perhaps not. Well, whatever. I'll go sleep somewhere else. I might go back to my house or something. Matthew's hanging out over here. Oh, have these guys come down from here then? Or did I not name them? King Slong Dong's up here. Slong Kong. Well, I don't remember having these guys up here. I thought these were all unnamed chickens. Did I leave a door open or something? Apparently not. Cameron as well. Wow, this place is busting with life. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you have a very relaxing rest of your day, evening or night,